Hello, everyone. Good evening, or afternoon if you're, or morning, I guess, depending on when you're watching this. Uh, so I'm gonna play Oxygen Not Included today. Like the last four days, I was actually thinking about it all day. It's one of the negatives of trying to stream games is you can't just play it when you have an hour free time because you want people to be invested, but they need to be able to know when they can show up to watch the stream. So I needed to wait until now to be able to continue playing. So hopefully we can make some good progress today. So let's switch on over to Oni and let's get started. So quick recap on our status yesterday. Let me unpause and get everything synced back so we have the correct status messages. So yesterday we started a very large digging project to clear out this side of the map. We're starting with the ice biome because it's wet and full of different kinds of water. So we're bringing that down all the way down. So next we'll probably try to finish this off and dig out the rest of this side of the map. And hopefully we can have, I would say that's probably a quarter of the map dug out, of the starting area dug out by the end of the stream. We are also going to be looking into potentially farming some hatches in this block. And I want to also centralize all of the plug slugs. They aren't really doing anything, but I still see some chlorine all over the place. So I'm guessing some of them are getting into our ore, our very precious ore. So it would be interesting to have them, be part of some, like, they'll just be centralized here or here, because there's here would be best, just so that they don't die off in case I find a use for them, but they also don't keep eating my ore. On this planetoid, we're also going to be starting our space mission, hopefully go to the third planet, and start some colonization effort there. And a few other minor projects, like I'm going to start a recreation room for the dupes, keep them happy, just because I like that. And I'm going to try to, we have 14 cycles before it disactivates, so I need to finish the contraption. Brine is very useless by itself, so I'm just going to turn that straight into water with a counterflow to keep some of the cool, because the water will come out at 40 degrees. If we start at negative 10, we should be able to bring it down to, I'm hoping, around 5 degrees with a counterflow, given that 5 kilos of brine turns into 3.5 kilos of water. So given that, we also have the cool slush geyser, which we have more time to tame. So maybe that will be next stream, because I'm not sure I'll get 27 cycles out of today's stream. With the two streams, I did some math off of screen, and with the two geysers, we can have approximately 28 dupes-ish, 27 dupes in total, supported by these two geysers, but that's not including any food, that's strictly oxygen. And at the moment we are using water for our food source on here and on here, so we might want to switch over to something like meat. So on the other asteroid, it's a smaller asteroid, so we are much more along when it comes to digging. But we still need a more solid form of oxygen generation. So I'm going to set up in one of the colder areas, which is a lot of the map, but I'm going to set up in this corner here. I'm going to set myself up a little oxygen rusty oxidizer, just to be able to start producing some oxygen as a temporary measure until we get some water, some polluted water, or some brine. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to be sending over, but some liquid being sent over to... I'm thinking maybe brine to help also cool down. Well, it doesn't need it now, but we're going to be tapping into this, and this is not cold. So we're going to set up some pools here to be able to take advantage of the water here. And after the pools are set up, we can set up a proper washroom and maybe a recreational area in this map also. So let's get started. I'm going to start by creating taming this geyser. So what my plan for this is to pipes. There we go. So every other there we go. So if I go like that, so every other tile will be a heat transfer. So we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which should be more than enough. We don't need that many. And then we can put ourselves a desalinator. So this will cool things down, very cold. And we can then use the desalinator right here. What kind? I'm not sure. Copper is probably not the best. I have some cobalt, which is very good. Probably want to use cobalt. So cobalt will probably give me better results, but we don't have enough cobalt. So let's compromise. Use cobalt at the beginnings and copper in the middle. There we go. Okay, so this will act as my counterflow heat exchange between both of, and we output here. Input and we output. Alright. Okay, so this should allow us to counterflow. There we go. And we'll fill this up with polluted water. So we'll have these 4 tiles here filled with polluted water, which will allow us to have polluted water if it doesn't have. Oh, what's going on over here? It's just oxygen. No big deal. So this should allow us to have the water for the exchange of the heat, and we can have one tile in between everything to be able to have a good heat exchanger. So the water should come out at -10, and hopefully it can counter back down. So it'll go from -10 to 40, and since it's not perfectly even, we don't get 5 kilos in, 5 kilos out, it won't be halfway. And the specific heat capacity is not 50-50 either. So we'll probably have more cooling than heating. So we'll probably go down more like 35 degrees instead of going down 25 degrees. That's my hopes at the very least. And with that, we can have some relatively cold but not freezing water at the end of this process. I wish we can do whatever we want with, normal water, doing normal water stuff. So we'll probably want to start doing some power for this contraption, which we'll use this last wire here for. Go here. So go down here. There we go. And we'll also need to have that there. So that should take care of the water needs also. I need power needs for... okay. Yeah, I think this would work. We'll find out, obviously. I can't predict the future, but I am pretty confident that this will work as it stands. Building. What's that? Will make us. Do we have? Oh, we have a lot of mafic rock. Okay. There we go. And well, I think I can't make one for this last hole. It's gonna be a lot of water in here. It'll be 1, 2, 3, 4 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 20 tons of polluted water. It's gonna be quite a big chunk of polluted water in there. On the other hand, you know, we can start turning this back on and this back on. Oh, we have some idle dupes. Okay, so that should be good for that asteroid. So we can start planning things out for this asteroid. We seem to have half the dupes here doing nothing. So we should maybe try changing that. Oh, is this set up? Is this working? Oh, it is. Perfect. So let's just construct this bridge. That should automatically make everything reverse direction into my plants, which is great. Can we mop anything more? Yes, we can. So let's do some mopping. Still not. I mean, probably not today. We probably won't be trying to tame this liquid sulfur geyser, not yet. But as I said, we want to start to focus on getting the solution for water. So let's dig this out, because this will be our next level. This should allow us to cancel all this. Oh, well, let's take that one out then. So that should allow us to build some machinery, probably similar to what we just built, where we can have a counterflow and get some relatively chilly water out of it, but not 0 degrees, hopefully. We'll see how the counterflow goes on the other planet, and then we can maybe turn that into something that would allow us to produce some oxygen, because we are literally out of algae. So, oh yeah, so I guess that's a little bit more pressing of concern is, let's make some oxygen. How much oxygen does a rust deoxidizer? Oh, it makes enough for 5 dupes, almost 6 dupes. Oh, when did that happen? Okay, oh, because of those builds. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so, and we'll need a rust deoxidizer. I'm gonna start up. Yeah, let's just put it right here. Rust deoxidizer. Not sure where your power outlet is. I picked, I had 50-50 chance of making the rust deoxidizer on the right side, but okay, so this should give us enough oxygen for us to stay stable for a little while until we get an oxylizer out. And that should allow us to produce. Okay, you're just complaining because you're not connected to anything. Should be fine. Hopefully. So they're going to take this out. It's a lot of rust. We have a lot of rust, so it shouldn't be too big of an issue. I'm just concerned with all the chlorine that's going to be created from all this rust. I don't like having a layer of chlorine all over the place. But, you know. We should prepare. So if I'm going to send over liquid... Is this the receiver? Oh, that's almost. So we will need to pass that over here if we want to export it. Oh, that's a really cold liquid to pass throughout the entire base, though. It's definitely going to cool things down, which I don't really want. Maybe I should just pass it water and not try to give it... Maybe I should just pass it water and let that be enough. Yeah, let's not try to move this very cold salt water all over the place. Oh, look at that. We're making some progress on the space mission, and I'm pretty sure we've done researching everything. So we have these 2 planets in range. I know there's supposed to be 3 other asteroids in the map. We don't currently have access to the resources and technologies to be able to reach those extra ones. I think you need a better telescope and maybe a better engine. But we should be able to, at the very least, like, there's enough challenges that we have 3 asteroids that all try to function in a different way. Because one of them needs to be supplied through, like, the teleporters and the inputs and outputs. The other one is completely needs to be supplied through the rocket. So hopefully that should help us. So let's see. For research, let's just start researching everything top down. I don't need anything in particular, so let's just finish researching everything we can. Oh, sorry about that. That's not the button I want to press. Enter an oil biome. Yay! We have people with skills. That's what I care about. So you can go into plumbing. Let's finish that up. Ooh, or mechatronics engineer on the 2nd asteroid. That is exactly what I wanted. Perfect. And you are supposed to be a rancher. So let's get you your ranching hat on. That's your ranching number 2 hat. Okay, perfect. So yes, that means over here now we can set up an infinite storage area for our food. So let's set that up. Or do we not have, we don't have enough refined metals on this. So let's set up a crusher. Where's refinement? Rock crusher. Right here. There we go. Perfect. So then we'll connect you, disconnect you. We don't need, there we go. And that should give us plenty of oxygen with potential negative side effects of chlorine getting in our eyes and slowing everyone down. Okay, perfect. So that should help. We're getting quite low on water over here. We still have ethanol. So we still have some untapped water here, uncorrupted water, which is very nice. And we have, is that ethanol or water? Ethanol. So we have ethanol right there. Okay. Oh, breathability. It's just, it doesn't like that. Yeah, see, now it's, you know, it's max gas pressure, so it's gonna take, yeah, this is gonna be, it's gonna be difficult. for sure. Okay, so now we're almost done here. We're gonna just transport water. It's significantly smaller headache. So we'll just start a water pool. We'll make it out of sandstone. It's a useless material. Very easy to come by. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip 2. And we'll want to make these igneous ladders and destroy these two things. And this should be our water. Assuming we only ever get water, we can also start pumping this in. Oh, we have some new printables. We are still looking for 2 more dupes. Rocketry, operating, and ranching. We're not looking for a dupe like that. We are not really looking for more brine either. Care package. We're not looking for poke. Oh, well, let's get a poke shot. That's fine. Why not, right? That's some more lime. No one ever complains about more lime. And if they do, they shouldn't, because, you know, it's more lime. Sounds great. So construction is getting along well. We're still waiting on iron for the rocketry program. Power is still looking beautiful. Food is still growing. Now that we disabled these things, this quantity should be staying the same or growing. I guess we should consider adding. Do we have a wire that goes that far? Wire. No. Oh, we do. Look at that. Oh yeah, so this is the wire that goes down. Oh, I'm looking for a pincher pump. And for some reason, it took me so long to see it. Oh yeah, I also want to start automation inside of... Did I mention this? Automating... Oh, what? Why are you even... Oh, because that's the wrong... Oh, look at that. Perfect. They already started doing what I wanted. Where did you come from? I guess you came in here because you were just like, Woodly waddly waddly, I can walk on walls. And then my rancher was like, no, this is not acceptable. So let's deposit all plug slugs with level 7 priority. Or is it supposed to be level 8? Level 8 priority. And let's rank up our... Yeah, see, it just ate some ore. It's eating all my ore. I really want this guy to go away. Do we have any more other plug slugs? I think there's one that went into space that we want to connect with. We'll get rid of this one too. Is there any more plug slugs though? Plug slugs specifically that I'm concerned about. No, I think... Oh, there's one. Oh, that's that one. It came outside. So that's probably how it got inside too. There it is, another one. I think that's all the plug slugs. I think there was only 3 left. We have an idle dupe. And we got some research, which is good. So let's start the next research. Who's idle? Bubbles. Bubbles is idle. Does Bubbles have any... Why can't I click on Bubbles? There. Does Bubbles have any restrictions? Why is Bubbles not doing anything? No, it doesn't have any restrictions, so that, I guess, is because there's nothing for Bubbles to do. Oh, because this is already done. Wow, that was quick. You know, when you give them small tasks, they get it done pretty quick. So let's get this place ready to receive some water. Some input, and let's get some. So assuming we're getting some pretty cold water here, we're gonna put in here. Go in here. And then we'll take normal pipes and we'll output it here. And then that should give us the ability to start feeding our plants. And as with the other asteroid, I think that's how I did it on the other asteroid, right? How exactly did I do it? Okay, I went back up and used the jumper. That just gives, I find it more convenient, gives me more space, so I'm going to do the same thing here and use a bridge to jump that gap. It allows me to, and the bridge to jump that gap. There we go. So that should help greatly with, so that's 1, 2, how am I supposed to? So are you supposed to go down here, I guess? Yeah, so let's use you here. That's the right location. There we go. And let's extend you to here. And you'll take over the south portion here to allow you to handle the extra load potential. Okay, sounds good. Clean that up. Clean that up. Yeah, see now we're having some decent amount of chlorine, but that's probably because took them a little bit a while to get that chlorine. Oh, there we go. I did want myself. So let's get some lime, eggshells lime. Let's get rid of all that stuff. But we also want probably not. We just don't have that much. Oh, we do have some iron ore. So let's make 20. Let's make a ton of iron. And we'll start with that. Should work. Okay, and then we'll be ready. This will be everything we need to take water from the primary planet and put it into here. We'll probably also want to start. And we'll keep it like this for now. This will also allow us to make actual washroom right about here, and we'll dump the polluted water down here. Sounds good? Do we still have any? So we don't have any mud left. So, or we do have mud left. I thought we didn't have any mud left. I guess we found more mud, or maybe we don't have enough mud. Is there a reason why these radiant pipes have not been constructed yet? I guess they're just... So let's start adding in polluted water and enable auto bottling. So this will allow us to start putting in some water in here. I guess it was just not the highest priority, and they had more important things to build, like my rocket. Nope, not my rocket. That was not the more important thing to build. We have a hydrogen. almost everywhere here. It really sticks. This is why you don't just open your, like if you want to vent out your asteroid, it's better to like destroy the gas. Because look at how long this hydrogen just sticks around. That's probably from one door opening and it just goes all over and just takes forever. And it has so much void surface area and still it sticks around. Like it just does not want to go away. Okay, so this is almost done. We still have plenty of time. Mima earned a skill point. Good job, Mima. But more importantly, me earned not more importantly. Equally importantly, let's give you some strength. So this should allow us to, well, blockade that too, just to keep the temperature in check. And ideally we can start, so this will be relatively cold, water, real water. Okay, so yeah, because we don't have enough mud. Not because we don't have any mud. So this is going to be relatively cold water. So let's put in some insulation pipe. And let's start the process. So let's add a bridge there, add a bridge there, add a bridge here, add a bridge here. There we go, like that. I don't want things to get too cold, which is definitely a possibility on this map. We want things to be at a nice 20 degrees, but this map can definitely make things way too cold. So we'll just have to keep an eye out for that. Okay, so here's some. Okay, so we're starting to dump that polluted water. Still don't really have a clear way of dumping it in this one, unless I put it up here and just put a normal tile here. That should work. Bubbles has earned a skill. Full in construction. Look at that, Bubbles. You are very good at what you do. Okay, so Lyra, you're gonna start rockets because we're gonna need a pilot, and that's going to be you. That should be a good place for that. Eventually. Oh, look at that, we actually delivered some iron to it. So we're more than halfway done with the delivery. This will be for liquefiables. I don't think we have any on this map, but for ice and snow, we're gonna put in these buckets, as well as consumable ore such as bleach stone, wood, and oxalite would also go inside of here. I don't think we have any slime, so I'm not too concerned about that on this asteroid. But this should, once this is all done, we should be able to, well, we'll still need to clean this water pool out, but once that's done, we can hook this in and just be like, yeah, we're good. Gas range, good. Useless at the moment, but we need like this stuff is going to be useful. We need a oil well, probably not today, but we'll need an oil well eventually. Just not today. Oh, I should have. Okay, well they can go up and down here. Not a big deal. So, automation. Let's do some automation. We have so little metals. Let's fix that. Cobalt, we have 33 tons. Copper, we have 36 tons. And iron, we have 5 tons. So let's do 20 of that. Let's also ask our dupes to dig this. Ask, like they have a choice. So that should give us a good amount of iron. Like each one of these is 100 kilos of iron, so this will give us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So about a ton of iron. It's not the best, but it could be worse. So let's see, do we have a dupe? Supply research, actually. Plant murderer and pacifist with suit wearing doctor, animal lover, plant murderer, and flat. Oh, I don't want flatulence. But a supplying researcher does not sound like the worst idea. I do like the idea of having a researcher on each asteroid, or at least a researcher to send over to the other asteroid. So yeah, we're gonna take you, Lindsay, or Lindsay. You're gonna start with some advanced research, and we're gonna change your schedule to being right here. Where are you? Right here. Okay, and your priorities will be to research as the number 1. Research, and your secondary skills were like your secondary preferences were storing and just basically you're fast. So with that in mind, we will give you a secondary priority of storing things and allow you to also tidy as a third priority. So this should be research, and when you're not researching, you'll be storing things. That should be good. And then if you're not storing, you should be doing all the other tasks in appropriate order. So right now, yeah, storing ice, storing fabrics. So we should have almost fully dedicated, unless like there's not going to be much researching done on this. Why not? We can help speed up researching a little bit. That's fine. We don't need to do that. Oh, what? Okay, apparently, I just found out Z brings you to the star map. So I want to press X to deconstruct, and then it brought me to the star map. Perfect. Okay, so next we will want to start outputting some water to here. Oh no, actually next we'll want to take care of giving them more work. Okay, so we have a water station. We can start setting up the laboratories, assuming that we'll get water soon. Well, that was wrong. So 1, 2. Well, we need to put a ceiling on this. There you go. Doors. More copper. That should be a good place to get started for bathrooms. So plumbing, we will want 1, 2, 3 bathrooms, and we won't want bathroom first. We want the sinks first, or else they don't use the sink if the sink is not on the way out. They're very dirty dupes. They won't go out of their way to use the sink if the sink isn't on their way. And we'll give them some showers because I like showers. I know a lot of people don't really like showers in this game because they aren't very efficient. They are frankly pretty bad. But I do like my showers in real life, so therefore I like my showers in the game. Seems reasonable to me, at the very least. Okay, so that should allow us... There won't be any water going to it, and there won't be any place to put that water. We can actually build that too. Where the water will go. We'll need 16 tiles to make it. We'll just since the edge of the map, we'll just do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. And destroy these two. Okay, so this will be where we keep our polluted water, which will be the output of this. And I really don't have any idea what we're going to do with that polluted water. We're gonna... Do we even want to have a pool of polluted water if we have no reason to pool polluted water? Like, we could just keep pooling water and... like, I don't see why we want a pool of polluted water. Oh, I do. Okay, never mind. We're good. We'll keep the pool of polluted water for now, and then we can use it for storage once we start doing some ethanol burning. That creates polluted water, and we need to put that somewhere. And I want to be able to have a backup of that in the case where, you know, I don't want that to be overflowed, and then we can't produce any power because we don't have any room to put the polluted water from the ethanol, and then we make a mess. I don't want any of that. So we are going to focus on being able to have a place to put that polluted water after the fact. This will have some automations to make sure it's balanced. Like right now, the main reason we don't have any automation here is that I want to use up. I want to get things set up for. Oh, that looks all pretty set up, but we really need to get more. Who is responsible for this? There's no one that is primarily responsible for storing. That is probably the problem. Yeah, even with a priority 8, I don't think it'll make much of a difference since there's no one that really cares about storing that much. Even priority 8, this is still a pretty low priority for Bubbles, who's much more concerned about fabricating stuff and sludge pressing stuff. We are running out of cycles though. Maybe we should temporarily change our priorities to get me some of that water. So it should be on the main, on Grossera. Where is Bubbles? Bubbles is the, so if I give Bubbles, but operating is very important. And we'll temporarily change our priorities to give us more polluted water into all 5 of these, because I want that full soon. So duplicate skills, let's give you more carrying. There we go, perfect. How did you get all the way over there? Okay, let's make this auto. We don't need to team. Oh wow, you got all the way over. Can they like jump? They go over here, I guess. That can happen. But how? Oh, I guess they go over here. You must have. How did you get down here? You really must have walked. Like you have to jump here. Maybe you're an egg that fell. Something must have happened for that to happen, but I don't know exactly what. So, okay, so now we don't have enough mud either. So let's get rid of mud and polluted mud. Let's get rid of you. No, building only. Get rid of this. So that's all our polluted mud and mud, which is a really large amount of water. It's a surprisingly large amount of water that we start off with. So hopefully this will allow us to, like, we can use this polluted water here plus the pea water, and hopefully this will eventually fill in these 4 tiles. We don't need the 4th tile to be full, we just need it to have water. And then we can build on top here. Talking about building on top, let's get rid of these tiles and then pick up the debris so we don't end up having debris in here. I don't want debris in here. I can have ladders, no debris. Debris don't look nice. This looks nice. No debris. Okay, so idle. Not idle anymore. Temporarily idle. They were confused, and then they saw they might get my wrath, and they're like, nope, not idle anymore. Sorry, boss. Super hard digging. Let's get you to dig almost everything. The highest digging tier is, oh no, it's not corium digging. I thought that was still in like unimplemented, but apparently that is implemented. So let's not let them leave that way. And we'll do the same thing here. Yeah, so let's go. I don't like that. Let's not go to the S side like that. Sorry, I was thinking there for a moment. I know, impressive. And I just wasn't sure exactly. Like, I want to be able to take this polluted water out of here and go over, and that would, having it here would just make it too complicated for it to backflow. So if I go down here, I can go up here to take the polluted water back out. So it's simpler, at least for me. And we take this out, and we'll figure out what we want to do with the polluted water once we start getting some. There we go. So that should give us polluted water. It should give us some nicer, less dupe intensive amenities, I guess. No one seems to want to do this. Even, oh, they're outside as well, but Lindsay will do it. She's like, this has been like this for long enough that we have a morgue. Someone needs to get it done. You know, once you get to the level of a morgue, you really know something needs to be done. So, oxygen diffuser. Still no oxygen. And we are much better on the carbon dioxide front. But I really feel like we should probably start digging a little bit on, like, here. Just get all this gone. Get rid of this one. Get rid of all of that. And let's get rid of this. We'll want to cancel these two. So we can dig out this whole chunk, and that should allow us this carbon dioxide here to float here and be like, yum, 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 yum. Yes, that is the sound that carbon skinners make. Yum, 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 yum. Okay. Let's see how this planet's doing. Oh, we have potential liftoff. So we're gonna do sugar engine instead of carbon dioxide. Like, I see everyone doing carbon dioxide engine. We have so much sucrose and a renewable source of sucrose. It's completely renewable. So I want to But the power is less, the speed is less. Everything seems just worse about the sugar engine. But I will do it anyways. I will build myself a sugar engine. I want to see my sugar send me to space. Oh, what? Why is this? Why are they not happy about this? What? Being damaged? There's nothing in... There's no pipes here. How much polluted water is there in here? Why can't it go up? Carbon dioxide... Is it really overpressurizing the polluted water here? To the point where it wants to break out of this rock? Mainly because... okay, I guess. Let's get rid of all this. Pronto, please. That should allow some better air circulation. Yeah, so the carbon dioxide, it can't move anywhere because the polluted oxygen is right there. So it's causing it to overpressurize, and it will eventually break these tiles if someone doesn't come and dig them out. Hopefully someone comes and digs them out. That's what you guys are here for, I'm guessing? Destroying some of these tiles? These ones are more important. We need to have... There we go. Whoa. We just needed a way for the carbon dioxide to GTFO. So we're gonna have to just... We're just gonna add more polluted water. We'll get to how we're gonna separate things in a little bit. It's not the biggest concern right now. Neither is your breathability. You get plenty of oxygen. Look at that. Okay? Your breathability's fine. Stop whining. Maybe it just doesn't like the fact that it's having this dude here who's not stuck, I guess? It looked like he was stuck. I thought he was stuck. We're gonna destroy everything here. It won't let me destroy these ladders? Oh, poop. Are you stuck? Yes, you are stuck. Let's get these ladders built so you are no longer stuck. There we go. Research complete, oil press and polymer press, so nothing very important there. There we go. Wow, everyone's just A+ focus on this. I like, dig this out, but while building this, you know, they're like, dig this out! Just everyone dig this out! Let's not concern ourselves with the older commands at the same priority levels. So we should be able to now that we have a full line here, we should be able to build this up. And then once we have a full line here, we should be able to build this up. And I'm not 100% sure. Once we have a full line here, we should be able to build this up, and then we're done. So that is potentially going to work. I honestly have no idea if this is going to work or not, but we have 6 cycles left before we're going to find out one way or the other. And that's also mop this up, because this will be my next job for you guys. I really want to get to automation, but there's just, this is so much more pressing. Oh, someone's suffocating. Bubbles, where are you, Bubbles? And why are you suffocating? Oh, you are stuck in a way. Come on, can someone reach this? Who has this hammer? You bet. Oh, I'm not sure you're gonna make it there in time. That's red alert. Oh, come on. Someone needs to really build this tile. Bubbles will not survive without... Oh, Bubbles is so dead. God. Why did... Bubbles. We just... I guess you might have been able to go that way. Can we destroy this? No, we can't destroy this. It's just so such a pain that you can't destroy. Like if these ladders would have been destroyable, we would have been just fine. But you can't destroy these ladders. So let's get another. Let's get her. Oh, but Bubbles, what was Bubbles good at? She was, oh yeah, Bubbles had our builder digger combination. She was very good at building and very good at digging, and she was not very good at staying alive. Where is? Oh yeah, it's under medical. Let's just put her in the water. Yeah, let's just go here. That's good enough. Tastes fully right by the printer, so we can print a new Bubbles. So she was our builder, so we need a new builder. Ranching, operating, or decorating, cooking. We already have a cook. We already have. Let's print off the oxyfern seed because I like oxyferns. And people have skills. What is your priority, Nicole? Let's go for build for you. Oh well. Someone will eventually come get Bubbles after they build that. Not the biggest concern. So back to Grossera. Let's see here. We are. They're actually filling up pretty good. There's nothing to pick up. Soon enough, we will have the next layer all set. And we will. Yeah, I know duplicates of that. Let's get rid of that. No one needs to know. And we did dig that out, so we should have plenty of coal, plenty of sulfur, plenty of sucrose. Yeah, see how much sucrose does this take? 300 kilograms, but we don't need. So 300 kilograms. So we have 7 tons of this stuff. So we can make so many trips with the current sucrose level. How do I make it? Okay, there we go. We'll need a small oxidizer tank. Can I build even if it's not done yet? Oh, I can. So we'll need a rover module and then solo space nose, right? And a nose. Okay, and let's put in myself a ladder. We're gonna use Maffic Rock. That should be good. Okay, so that should be my first step to getting myself a good engine. So I'm concerned about, these have an overheat temperature, right? Yeah, so I'm concerned about the exhaust here. So if I go like this and I add in, I can't put it too close. So if I put a door here and I add in some tiles, so this should prevent all the, like there should be plenty of exhaust, but it should go here. Hopefully it doesn't reach the solar panels and make them go cry cry. This should be good. Okay, and oh, there we go. Okay. Nope, wrong one. So we have the second layer here done. So we're going to go third layer, put some igneous rocks down, and we're almost done. And we have 5 cycles. Actually, I think we're going to make that. Mini gas pumps. That means we are done with the research. So next, this is done. This is done. So solid management. Perfect. Is this actually going down? No, this is going up. But there shouldn't be anything using this right now. So yeah, so next we need to start figuring out how we're going to get water from here to here without causing anyone to cry too much. I'm gonna go down here. This is gonna be my plan. Oh, that's gonna make me cry though. So let's go here. So my main concern, oh, they're already starting to build it. So my main concern might already be realized. So my main concern is all this blue water here needs to be kept here. So these were definitely our higher priority builds so that we can go this way and not have to worry about the water, like the water going away. Let's not do that. Why did you want to even do that? Do I have any polluted water down here? No, this is perfectly pristine. I do not like what you just did. Nails has earned a skill. Good job. You are now going to start to learn to carry things. Bubbles, aren't you dead? Maybe it was a different Bubbles. This Bubbles is still fine. So this Bubbles gets something to learn how to research. Apparently we had 2 Bubbles. Oh yeah, wasn't that Bubble that died the Bubble that came out of the defrost machine? Well, she should have stayed. She should have stayed in there. I did not give her. Oh, I guess that's what happens. Okay, so just want to put one here. This is our highest priority right now. Okay, and how is blue water here going? Good. Everything going good over here. I kind of regret doing all of this digging. I really did want to do it, but now I regret it. Oh well, it happens. And oh, look at that, we are getting Gossman to build up our laboratories. Oh, so where did we get that water from? Or is that because we stored, yeah, so we're storing oxalate. We probably stored some water in here and melted, and now we have some water being pumped. That means these can actually work. They'll go over here, but that does mean these actually work. So let's open these up and destroy all this. No one seems to want to use that. That does mean that we really need to get started on pumping some water to the other side of. Okay, so I think that might be the last one that needs to be built. Oh, plus this stuff over here, so let's make this priority 6. So we just need to build this, and we should be good for, yeah, so we should be good. Plenty of oxygen. Oh, okay. So let's disable all these. Let's get rid of all of these. We don't need this anymore. Build here. So this is done. So ideally, the idea here is that, oh, is it just oxygen? Yeah, okay. So the idea here is we'll get very cold brine, pass it in here, turn into 40-degree water, that gets passed back, and we should end up with cold but not too cold water. Hopefully. We will find out if this works in 3.8 cycles, and the polluted water starts at 15 degrees and will not freeze at the temperature at -10, which is what the brine comes out at. So there's no way for the polluted water to freeze. I'm still concerned about the water potentially freezing on me, but only one way to find out. So that's yeah. So then we'll seal these off. And still just complaining about the oxygen levels. Yeah, I don't know, very good. Well, now that we are down to 6 dupes. So we were at 7 dupes? I thought we were at, oh, did we get a new one? We probably got a new one this session, and I just forgot about it. Let's get rid of these buildings here too. Oh, look at that, we have some water incoming. Is there automation on this? No, there is not. Okay, so that should give us everything we need for that. No one's used it yet, from what I can tell. Someone will eventually need to go to the washroom on this map. Or they're just all going to hold it in forever. I would not recommend that to anyone. So that should allow us to get some water, but I do want to add some kind of automation because water is still important on this map. So if it gets too low, I want to stop sending water there. If we don't have any water, we're really not going to have a good time. So we need to start adding some automation for water sensor, hydro sensor. Let's add a hydro sensor right here, and we're going to add a liquid shut-off valve right here. Yeah. So that should allow us to then deconstruct one of these pretty safely. So they have plenty of water now. So let's add some automation like this. This should allow us to make sure that we don't run out of water by feeding the other asteroid the water. We should probably also consider adding automation for our refinement water sleeve. So the idea here is that we can get some water here. And put that in here so we can automate the process of getting more water delivered right there. Okay, so we will put an output signal here. It's already being used. What do we want? So if we're low on, so we'll want an ore. So the idea is if we're low on water here, so low on water or high on polluted water, we'll want to turn that on. So let's go low on water or high on polluted water. We turn on this machine, which should allow us to convert the polluted water in here into water for us to use here. For you, I don't only want to send over water if we are above, just to be different, 499 kilos. I will consider us low on water if we are below 999 kilos. Here, I'll consider us high on water if we are above. I swear we're going down in water. Is this not working, or? No, it's working. So what are we using the water for? Oh, maybe it's all the pinching pumping. It's all the pincher pumper water that we've been using. All this water is what's making me feel like we're low on water. Which makes sense, because that was a lot of water. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so this is off. Oh. So we got plenty of water. We should have some polluted water now. And in the same sense where we had refinement in the case where we had too much polluted water or not enough regular water, we should have the same concept here. So let's add some automation also here where if the water is too low or if the water here is too high, we turn on, where is it? We turn on a shutoff valve right here. That will allow us to take the polluted water from here, which we will pump like this. Take polluted water from here, turn it into clean water, and we will take that clean water and we need to get to here first. Right, so that's output, this is input. So yeah, so it will go in here. And this is secondary to water from the other. No, this should be primary. This should really be the primary. So this should be the secondary. So let's make that the case. And to make that the secondary, we want to recycle our own water before we want to try to siphon water off from the other asteroid. That makes sense. Okay, so that should allow us to reuse that polluted water and to turn it into real water. So if we are below 999, we want to start siphoning some water from the polluted oxygen pool, or if we are above 499, then we start siphoning water from the polluted oxygen pool. Oh, it's carbon dioxide. I thought it said water. Nope. Oh, because all the water is getting pumped into the liquid reservoir. So it's going to take a little bit for that to... But this one, in our case, is secondary to the water that's being pumped from the slush geyser, because that is renewable, so we definitely want to use that before we use our reserves. That's good. I like the priorities. They're very good. We need more research. So we're done with that one. Let's get that in place. And let's see, do we have a dupe? So we have 2 dupes with 3 priorities. We have a builder who can't do artists and can't farm, but he's a farmer. But he's a builder with rocketry, so that's always good. We also have a supplier suit wearer who has a green thumb and increased strength. That's actually really good. Do I need another person? What are my priorities on this asteroid? So I do not need a supplier. I do need a storer, someone whose primary job is storing. I do need that, but do I need it more than I need a builder? Which can still secondary farm, even if they start off with -1 farming. Yeah, I'm gonna go with, I need a builder to replace my builder, right? So let's get the builder to replace my builder. Where are you? So building, farming, your priorities are perfectly aligned to what we need. So building, you will put on the hat of a builder. Yeah, I don't see anything else you can actually do. I can give you research, you can learn skills faster. You can start why not? Mechatronics and engineer it is. It's a useful skill to have, and can't have too many people having it. So I will put you... Oh, that's auto! I did not notice, but we have a new auto. Woo! Yeah, I'll put you here, auto. So I feel like you're on the wrong asteroid. You really should be on the other asteroid. But we will deal with that when we... oh, then we're never going to deal with that. You're just going to be here. Now we just need to find a new... who died again? Bubbles? Well, you already had a Bubbles, so the fake Bubbles is gone. Let's go with that. The fake Bubbles is gone. Long live the real Bubbles. Anyone who says otherwise is a heathen. So yeah, farming. Farming secondary. That's okay. You can suck at farming, you can get better at farming. That's the way it's gonna be for a little bit. You're gonna suck at farming and then you'll eventually get better at farming. Yeah, we'll put you up here. We'll put you down here. This really brings out the power of this cord. This cord is being charged from the other one. We might need to start taking a third cord involved in here since there's a lot of power needs here. Oh, on the primary. So let's see. Does that mean this is done? This is done. These are all done. That means all the automation is done. So we should be getting, or we should be sucking out all of the blue water here, essentially, and turning into real water. You're not reachable. Why? Shouldn't dupes be able to come to you? Who's idle? And why can you can move here, you can move here, but you can't move up? I thought this was only too high. And you could move here. Oh, we'll build those, and that should allow us to return back onto that. I guess if we have nothing else to do, we can start looking into painting this one. We only have 15 cycles left, so let's dig all the way down here. Of course, not that. Build ladders. It's this one we don't want. Build ladders, build ladders. Yeah, we'll also build this ladder down here. This should allow us to... We'll temporarily build some ladders here too, so that we can open this up and continue digging. You can't really build, even if you can reach, you can't build into black. You have to open this door, or else you're never going to see that black. So we have a new thing. Oh, we've been 100 cycles. Yeah. Okay, so... Okay, so now they can actually reach. I don't know why they couldn't reach before. But yeah, so this should hopefully prevent my solar panels from burning. And... yeah, otherwise we're in a good place. Oh, maybe we should... Okay, so yeah, so let's put those in. Bottle emptiers. 1, 2 on this side. 1, 2 over here. We should be able to get rid of this bottle emptier. Okay. we don't have any, that's fine. We don't have any polluted water for you to waste our power on. We just need to add in the automations. Idle. Bonnie. Oh. You are such a, you're so difficult, Bonnie. You're so difficult. You don't want to be productive in the way that I want you to be productive. Therefore, you are difficult. What happens if I just... This is not boiling temperature necessarily. So I can just keep digging down. Just strip up this level here. Add in some stairs. We don't want these. The stairs should be here. Skip one. So let's add another layer of digging. Don't necessarily want to touch this just yet. And we do probably want to add another layer of farming. So, and that farming can come from this side. So we should be able to add another layer of farming. Because we are getting more dupes than... Well, we do have a lot of food, though. We do have a lot of food. But we can at least get it ready, at the very least. We can be ready for that. So if we are above 499, then we turn on. For this one, if we are below, which we are, 999, then we turn on. Look at that, you are just not stopping. You are pumping that water. Hopefully this works. 1.5 seconds. I'm very much looking forward to seeing if this works or not, as I would expect it to. In the meantime, let's do a digging project on this side of the map too. We'll put you guys here. Ladders everywhere. We're gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't even need this one. They can build it here. We'll put those 3 ladders so they can build underneath this building here. But yeah, so we should be able to dig all this up just for fun. We haven't really touched the ice biome anytime recently. Okay. So, same design as this one, we're just gonna plop things around so that we can 1, 2. So we have a small little area. There we go, that should work. It gives us a small little area to contain some of the polluted water before we ship it off to wherever it needs to go. So we have a good chunk of space to maintain issue. Like if there's a mistake or if there's a backlog, that's the word I was looking for, backlog. If there's a backlog, we can just take our pumps and at least we won't lose too many cycles worth of brine or polluted water. Things are looking good here. Even with this pumping at max, we are still looking this is still increasing because we're just taking water from down here. We're not taking water from in here. This, on the other hand, is going down and down and down. We should be almost full here, I'm guessing. Yes, almost full. Lots of food poisoning germs. We don't care. I don't care if my dupes get food poisoning. It's just not something that's worth being concerned about. They get food poisoning, they are slowed down for a couple cycles, and then they're back up. It's not lethal, and it's not something to be concerned about. Okay, so let's work on priorities here. So this should be some water. This should be polluted water. This should still be pretty high priority. Yeah, I think that's all the priorities. Oh, this is even higher priority. This is just making sure I have all the priorities set for everything appropriately. Yeah. Oxygen is still not very good on this. Oh, does that mean I can't get water back? Oh, I really should probably put something here then. Yeah. I'm really hoping once they give us all the nuclear options that we'll be able to put this teleporter wherever we want. We can make our own teleporters, connect any of the planets through teleporters, make multiple teleporters, so we can... Because right now I'm kind of stuck to always teleport one type of ingredient, or, you know, have a bunch of filters, and it's still only one pipe. So I'm stuck with having one pipe to transport all the materials I want from the original asteroid to this one. So yeah, so if it's below 999, then we want to start filtering the polluted water I get from the washrooms and turn it back into real water. So yeah, they're gonna, and then that will go back into the system, and we will use that to clean our hands, go to the washroom. You know, just don't pay attention to where it comes from, type of thing. Breathe. Yeah, breathe. Okay. You're gonna go for ranking number 2. There we go. Okay, so this is pretty good. How is the rocket doing? We're just missing the nose cone. Let's, oh, is it automatically auto delivery now for the rover? Oh, that's nice. Wasn't like that before. We're gonna use fertilizer, and we need 900 kilos in it, not the full amount. We need 1 fertilizer, 3 fertilizers for every, so I guess I maybe should add fertilizer on the list of things that I care about. Oh wow, really? We don't have that much fertilizer. Oh, I thought we'd have more fertilizer. 900 kilos, that's only enough fertilizers for a couple trips. I thought there was more natural fertilizer on this map. Do we have fertilizer on this map? No, we do not have any more fertilizer on this map. Oh, that's... How about oxalate? Do we have any oxalate? Oxalate's a 1-to-1, so it's a little bit better. Oxalate. That's 2 trips worth of oxalate. Ah. You're ruining all my plans, man. I guess I could use sulfur for food, but that's boring. I want to use sulfur for my rockets. I want to turn sulfur into sugar, and then take that sugar and turn it into fuel, and then send my dupes crying on a very, very sweet flavored rocket. Oh, there we go. I don't know if that's my first eruption, but there we go. So it came out, it comes in at 14 degrees, I guess, because it needs to cool down all the temp shift. So, but the water is coming out at 40 degrees as expected. It's going through here, and it's coming out at 17 degrees, which is not as cold as the water that's coming in, so that is good. We don't want it to reach as cold as the -10 of the water that's coming in. So that's perfect. Oh, that's kind of That's a small issue. We don't process enough brine to keep up with the active eruption cycle. So now it's a backup of brine starting from one eruption. We'll see if the downtime between eruptions is enough to finish processing the rest of the brine. Hopefully it is, and we don't run into any issues. That is some cold brine. That really got things cold real quick. Now we are pumping in brine that is negative temperatures. The water is still coming out at a nice 20 degrees though. So it's almost as cold as the brine is going to get, and the water is coming out at 17, so maybe it won't be into 5 degrees. That's less effective than I thought it would be. Okay, so yeah, we can definitely keep up. We can definitely keep up as long as there's no... There we go. So that gives us some nice warm water. And that's a higher priority than the water we are getting, which is turned off anyways. Oh, perfect. So that means we can fill this up, and... Yeah, that's good. Very good. We have another printable. Research building... Cooking, building, research, doctoring, or some eggs. Let's get some eggs. None of those seem very interesting. Talking about research though, let's get some of the heavier items in the rocket. So, is this built yet? Nope. We might need to... Do we have? So we can make fertilizer. That I know, but I never use this. It takes polluted water, dirt, and phosphorite. How much phosphorite do I have? And power. And turns it into some natural gas, which sucks. Like, it's useful, but I have to deal with that now. And fertilizer, and some heat. It's not the best. We don't have an oxalate machine. That takes gold anyways. This is not turning out as well as I had hoped. I guess I'm just used to having a lot of fertilizers from the onset of normal planets. But there doesn't seem to be a lot of fertilizers on this asteroid or on this asteroid, even with, like, it's just fertilizer. There's some more fertilizer here, so there was fertilizer on this planet. I mean, this asteroid, but it just doesn't seem like, it doesn't seem like it, was that much. Or at the very least, something happened to it. Because if I put fertilizer, yeah, we only have 700 kilos. It's like, oh, because these are 50 kilos a pop. It's not a lot of fertilizer. They really don't want you using fertilizer, I guess. It's just carbon dioxide. As much as it's harder to grab, well, to an extent, it just seems like such a better idea just to stick with that. Let's add one of these. It looks a little dirty on that side of the map. We're just gonna use you here. Oh, look at that. We have Hope. View interior. So, Hope. How are things looking for you? So we need to, at the very least, make the ability to have oxygen. So, if we go like this, can we build anything? Well, we can build something there. So, and we can go like this. We'll need a single battery. Where's my battery? It's such a compressed area, really. Power. Okay, so that should give us some oxygen, which is really all we need to start. Like, they can pee on the floor. We'll deal with... Once this becomes like too much carbon dioxide, too much pee all over the place, we can just deal with that and destroy it, really. I really don't want to destroy it because there's a glitch right now on destroying. That happens when you try to destroy these things. I'd rather not have that happen, but I don't really see another way around it until, for now, I'm probably going to have to change to carbon dioxide rockets. I just don't see... Yeah. I don't see... Oh, my cat is acting up. So, I'm going to take a little break. I'm going to take care of my cat, and I'll leave the game running for a little bit on a slower speed so you guys can watch Dupes just have fun and hopefully nothing breaks. I'm leaving it. I don't have any big digging endeavors going on the other. No, because that's usually what kills people is big digging endeavors. So yeah, so I'll leave it right here on slower speed, and I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. Thank you for waiting. So let's get back to this. Did I miss? So we have a lot of idle dupes and some damage. And some research. So the research got completed while I was gone, which is good. Let's take care of that one next. We have lots of idle dupes. I'm concerned. Oh, really? Oh, because no algae? I thought I had some algae on this planet. No, I do not. I do, I just haven't digged it out yet. So I guess that's what I'm doing next. I am digging out some algae. There's a little bit of algae here, but that'll contaminate water. That sounds like a fair trade. So let's get some of that algae. Okay. Apparently. And yeah, so you guys are all a bunch of idle dupes. Which, I like this. We have some water, we have some good water that goes up and around. We have some water coming, well, eventually. Why is it not coming? No, because we don't have too little or too much to trigger this to start. And the eruption periods for these things. Oh, it's going on right now. So how's it looking anyways? I don't know how long this has been going on for. But now we are -9 brine, so that's pretty cold. That's as cold as, almost as cold as it's gonna get. And we have 16-degree water coming out of it. So I think that's good. I think that's pretty good. So 16 degree, so we go from 40 degrees to 16 degrees. Like if we had better types of pipes, more conductive pipes, that might be even better. But there's no complaints here. Maybe it'll get even a little colder, but that's not even close to the coldness it needs to be to cause any issues. So I'm not very concerned about that. Okay, so let's wire in these lights to get ready for... I'm not going to plant any of these yet, as we still have plenty of food. Tofu, bristleberries, gristleberries, and plenty of food. So I'm just having them there ready for when we do start to go down in food, we can tackle that issue when it happens. So do we know what this is now? This is another liquid sulfur geyser. So we have 2 liquid sulfur geysers. I'm guessing these will be 10 kilograms. 3. Wow, these are very different range. Oh, but this one erupts for... Are you sure these are even the same type of geysers? Like this one erupts for 144 seconds out of 620, but that's a lot of sulfur. And this one erupts for almost 100% of its time period and has very little sulfur. Well, in comparison, 3.5 kilos per second is still... That's not a small amount of sulfur for sure. Maybe I should focus on that being a primary source of food, at least on this planet. I mean, this asteroid. I could put seeds from the other asteroid plus a few animals and transfer them over to here, and then use sulfur to create sustainable infinite food. But I'm more interested in finishing off my digging here and here. I'm going to cancel those and there. So I want to isolate out this water puddle, which is still useful because I'm still using it as the main source of water for my bristleberries. And then I'm going to start digging everything on this side. So we're going to go like this, go like this. I don't want sedimentary rock, I want to start using sandstone. 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 1, 2, 3, 4. Sandstone. So we're gonna dig all of this after we oh no. Oh, we're gonna drip a bunch of that water out, aren't we? It's gonna break this copper ore, I'm sure. At the very least we will, that's only 1.5 tons of water that we're gonna lose there, so it could be worse. Okay, and let's dig this one out. There we go. And so next would be to dig all of this all the way down here. Let's get rid of the infinite digs here because I don't want to make my dupes cry. Spend all day digging those things and they'll never succeed. But they would spend, they wouldn't give up. They would spend all day at it. That's for sure. They are not going to take that into consideration. They're not going to be like, oh, there you go, have some oxygen. Let's repair this, and this should be good to go for, what do I even need in here then? I don't need anything in here. I wanted to use some food, right? I don't need, unless I put like oxalate. That might actually have been a better idea. I don't need this. Let's just, we should be able to get duplicates in here. I don't think I have it restricted to anything. No, it's all. So yeah, someone will eventually come in. Yeah, so this is 8, but it just doesn't spend enough time in there to actually reach the 8 degrees that it comes in at. So negative 9.4 seems to be pretty much where it's going to be going. Comes in at 10-ish. So it doesn't actually it doesn't use up all its heat, and in turn it doesn't use up all its cool, and in turn it doesn't lose all its heat. 15 degrees. This works great. As far as I'm concerned, this works exactly as how I would like it to work. So no complaints here. Let's choose a dupe. So digging, researching, supplying, decorating, suit wearer. Digging, researching, supplying, decorating, or suit wearer. So I don't want this single builder, and we need one more dupe on asteroid number 2. Okay, let's give out some plumbing for you, some digging for you, some strength for you, and you're a digger. Let's actually give someone this hazmat digging. Okay, so that's all the skills, but let's see, priority wise on Zeppeli, we need either someone that's primarily storing, ranching, farming. I do need a farmer, operator, decorator, someone that can decorate. I'm not too concerned about decoration. Morale is not the most important thing right now. But so farmer, storing, or decorating. You do have the supplying trait, so plus research and digging, so that does make you very versatile. You have bottomless stomach though, so you are not even an option. You have decorating, so you could be a decorating dupe that stores as a secondary job. You cannot dig, you fart. Okay, you are useless. And you are just a builder, and I don't like single purpose dupes, So no single purpose dupes means no you. We should actually be able to, yeah, we should be, oh, that's what we can do. Hope can have some algae. It shouldn't be under consumable, or I'm assuming it's under organic algae. Yeah, so we can put in some algae, but it really doesn't want to let me build this for some food in here. Oh, okay, so it does let me build. Meal will do it eventually. It's just part of the issue. Oh yeah, but we can't actually put any food in here. There we go. It's edible. Let's put, not too much, 3 kilograms of, let's put Swamp Delights. That does drain the batteries a lot. And then once that's in place, once we have some food here, we should be able to launch. Research complete. I thought we had no research, so that's perfect. So our next goal would be to launch, I guess. Yeah. You guys are digging. I need to pay attention to you or else someone else is gonna die. Again. Okay, and in Hope, do we have the food yet? Come on guys. Someone needs to bring me my food. My 3 kilos of food, and then we can launch. There we go, perfect. Okay, so you crew. Cargo loading incomplete. 300, 900. What does that even mean? The rocket platform could still transfer cargo to or from this rocket. Okay, I guess. Missing qualified crew. So destination will be this planetoid. Who's the crew? The crew will be a pilot. So if at least one crew member must be rocket piloting skills. I thought you did have rocket piloting skills, Lindsay. No, not Lindsay. Lyra. Yeah, rocket piloting. So you should be good to pilot this. So where are you? You're not inside here. Idle and idle. So you guys don't have much to do, and I do not know where Lindsay is. I guess we can submit the bioscan here and go back to digging this. How beautiful. I'm still, it's still very early days, but that seems to be giving us very good temperature water that we can now consider building. Yeah, I would like to start building or should I focus more on digging? We still have plenty of polluted dirt, so oxygen is not the biggest concern. So let's go back to digging. I don't know how. Oh, well, let's get rid of these. So that would be 18. So we technically have that, and this would be our next. Pretty much all the way down. So let's go here, skip 1, 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 And let's not go further than that. I don't want to get any water involved in this endeavor. So, and then we go all the way down and cancel all of this. This should, yeah, so let's dig all that out. Now we should also probably dig this out then. Just 4, let's dig all that out. There we go, okay, so that should give them plenty to do. I really don't know where Lindsay is. Oh, there she is. There we go. So does that mean we have all of the criterias? Knowledge warning, launch. Oh. Woo! What achievement? Launching a rocket? Launch your first rocket into space. It's real easy now. So you should be getting to the destination in 0.4 cycles. Okay. You are doing great, and you are doing your still plenty to do too. Let's fix on these holes. I do like digging. And hope. Oh, I like the fact that there's a separate icon here for her. Okay. Yeah, you can't reach a toilet, that's for sure. Nor can you reach a bed or anything like that either. You're just gonna pee on the floor, that's okay. I hope it's okay. Well, I'll make her mop it up, so that makes it okay. And then she pees on the floor. There we go. And as I said, I'll make her mop it up because now this bottom part can potentially become very dangerous. If we have a layer of carbon dioxide here and a layer of water, she can't breathe down here anymore. Yeah, that's okay. She'll charge up that battery, she'll keep her food fresh and her oxygen oxygenated, and she'll have hypothermia. Nope, that's someone else. And someone's idle. She has no food. Yeah, that's okay. Once we get back home, they can take this polluted water and ship it out. Good. Start map. How long before you're arriving? 60 in-game seconds. Let's make that 60 in-game seconds go by quicker. I forgot to bring it back to the third speed. So if I'm... Yeah, maybe I should consider changing my camera's angle. I'm not really looking at the camera straight anyways, so... Oh, Hope is now at the new planet. So that means we go here. So yeah, I'm gonna make... Every day, I'm making a little bit of modifications to my stream setup, which, you know, eventually I will be in a good place. Okay, so this is what I have here. This is the... Where do I want to start? I can see some water here. I can see some... No water here. So I'm going to start on this side and drop off right about here. I hope that's okay. Okay, yeah, perfect. So this... Oh, look at that. It gives me a micro musher and an electric drill right off the bat. So I'm gonna, it's somewhat oxygenated, somewhat oxygen, some oxygen, some oxygen. So I'm just gonna dig through this, start up a little bit of starting area, destroy this, 'cause who cares, and see what my rover can come up with. This should have me plenty of dirt, some rock, some aluminum, and plenty of oxyferns and water. And I can maybe look to see how much, where's the germs? Yeah, so we have some slime here, but we do have some algae which has no slime, so we can always use that for some oxygen. And yeah, so this is a good place to start. So let's send Hope back home. Is there a way to say like go back home? Change to here, any landing pad, or specific landing pad. Let's try specific landing pad. And let's get you started. Okay, so for you, where do we start? Everything's now much more lively because I gave it a couple seconds to load. So let's decorate here. And that should allow us to be able to block this off with some tiles. I need some of this rock. And we'll start here. This is, if I put the ladder here, is this 18? This is not 18, so maybe I should put the ladder somewhere where it makes it more reasonable. How about here? Yeah. So I'm gonna put the ladder right here. And yeah, so start the first level here. Like that. Okay. Let's put myself 2 tiles here. Oh, I want you to move here then. Can't tell you to move. I hope this won't cause any problems. This is still all... No, I want you to. Cancel that then. I can't tell you to move. Okay, and that should close that off. There we go. Okay, so close this off. And let's start. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so let's, yeah, so that would be, let's start there. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Right here, and here. You're idle because you don't have anything to do, but you're still not back home yet. So, one moment, guys. Oh, dropped my phone. So sorry about that. I need to check something on my phone. So, okay, so I'm gonna disable the generator. so that Lara should be able to get out of here now, right? She's home. Oh, maybe I have to like change the settings on the capsule. So there, now she should be able to get out. Well, we'll let her sleep. But so that should, I'll make this 0. So that should get rid of all interactions with here. Yeah, there won't be any more power, there won't be any more heat generation, no more oxygen generation. This is basically going off temporarily. We don't need it right now while we set up Shrubaro for hospitality. That's what we're going to call it. We're going to also destroy all this. Do not. There you go. So hopefully he gets to this. This should be manageable. I don't know how much time he has to do all this, but ideally we can put some beds here. This polluted oxygen is perfectly breathable, so that's good. Oh, look at all that gold. That's a lot of gold. Oh, gold amalgam. Oh, one of my duplicates are trapped. Oh, not again. Okay, at least he has plenty of oxygen. And he could have just fixed the problem himself. He didn't even need help. Yeah, maybe I should actually use the neurovacillator on someone. I'm pretty sure everyone that's here is probably here to stay. So let's see how. I guess you can't reach this now. Let's add some flooring to make this more reachable. So how's water going? So we're still recycling everything we get, so we're still doing good there. But I'm very curious on how. Ooh, 8 cycles. Oh, I've been procrastinating on that far too much. Okay, that's something that needs to be done now. Yeah, it's going up slowly. That's okay. This is going up also, so we should eventually get to the point where this overflows and gets transformed. Okay, so apparently I really need to get this done. This is brine, so I need to get myself a dumper for the brine. We finally got this, which is a neurovacillator and some. We'll put this here. We'll put this here. Okay, I should get us started. But apparently, I've been procrastinating far too much on getting this one set up. So we have 8 cycles to get the cool slush geyser up and running. Problem with the cool slush geyser is that our current bog buckets, which would probably take a good chunk of that water, cannot stand that cold of water. Just too cold. It's giving me shivers just thinking about -10 water. It's like 21 in here and it's still too cold. So -10. Genes shuffled. Okay. Yeah, at least there's a notification for this. Let's shuffle your gene. And you are beefsteak. Okay, you are very strong. 2 athletics. So, you know, can't say no to 2 athletics. But still higher priority. Let's get this. So let's add a pump here. I want to add my decorative touch because I'm putting in my decorative touch. Not getting me to not do that. I will add in that. We'll destroy these. That should give us a pretty good location. That's a higher priority. All of this is definitely we don't touch any of this until we have this part in a decent position. Now we're going to either need to warm it up, or we're going to pump it into here, but we need to warm it up either on the way there, or up here to begin with. I don't think we're going to warm it up in here. That seems like way too much work. So what we're going to need to do is to warm it up in here somehow. We could try to warm it up a little bit with some of the 15-degree water that's coming out here, but 15 degrees, that's really good temperature. It's like not too cold. I don't really want to make it colder. And we have plenty of polluted water right now. So it's not like polluted water is a big problem. How are you doing, by the way? You're doing great. So 4, right? 4. So we'll want to keep this one and get rid of this one. How much? Starvation? That's not good. Oh, we have plenty of energy, but one of our dupes is very hungry. Why? Can you not make it up to food? What's your calorie counts? But what's your schedule? Oh wow, you are a long ways away from having food and new schedule, downtime all the time. And let's put Goose on that schedule. So you should be able to eat now. Where are you going? He wants to pee first. You really need to eat, man. Okay. So you eat that. I see your starvation's going away. Then I'll move you back to here. So now you can go back to work, man. Hey, scaring me like that. Oh, apparently cold air gives you stress now. Did not know that. Apparently everything gives you stress now. These duplicates are so whiny. Whiny. They just don't want to be in a freezer all day. So whiny. Let's get rid of this so that they can move this over here. We should have enough, maybe not enough water yet to prevent off-gassing, but we'll deal with it. We should have some, oh no we don't. Maybe we have off-gas at all. I thought there was some in there. No research focus, so let's change that. Let's do some medicine. It gives us the hot tub, which is really the only thing that's useful out of here. If you want to treat your dupes well, you get a hot tub. Okay, good. Let's get rid of all that. Let's pretend we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This should be the other door. Yeah, we should have some aluminum, but you can't build that. So we can. You can't also not build doors, right? Well, you can build doors. Let's dig all this out to take all this water down. Oh. There's nothing to be concerned about here. Just a bunch of people who are too concerned about being concerned. Research complete. Good. New printables. We still need one dupe. We still need a farmer or a store or a artist. So digging, supplying, cooking. Pipsqueaks. No. Let's see, what do you have? No husbandry and decrease the core, but you're a quick learner and you're gourmet. No. And pipsqueak. So let's get a pipsqueak. Why not, right? There's no good reason not to have one. There's no good reason to have one. But we'll ignore that second one. Okay, so let's keep going. Now that I say that, the obvious question is what's next? Do we want to start burning the ethanol? Do we want to... Do we have researcher here? So let's put what's one of these up here. Let's start doing some research on the surrounding area for this planetoid. I don't think there will be anything around here, but I'd like to get it checked out anyways. So, because I want to, I will. That's a pretty straightforward arrangement. I tell them what to do, and they do it. So, it's pretty good. Oh, we have some skills. Is digging. Auto is construction. There we go. Wow. So happy to see that we got another auto though. You know, he's back. Oxygen on this planetoid though is severely lacking. Even with that one oxygen generator, that is just simply not enough. So we should make another one. There we go. Research complete. Sick bay, hand sanitizer. And Bonnie learned a new skill. Improve strength. That's this new skill. Okay, so... Oh yes. Oh, I keep forgetting. We really need 6 cycles. Why is this construction not done yet? It's a high priority, maximum priority. Okay, we will need to get myself a copper ore pump here. The same thing I did here, some conductive wire all the way out, and some pipes all the way out. Everything here so you can get all sweet lemon. And you should fill up plenty of space, so get to it guys. This is very crucial that we just let's get this done before it starts spewing out cold water everywhere and giving us a bad time. What happened here? Why is it not working? Requires emptying, and Nicola is apparently too preoccupied doing other things, even if this is his highest priority. Construct and supply. It shouldn't be your highest. Do I need to change his priorities? Tidying. So your highest priority is not Well, I guess it's all... This is a tidying task? It is a tidying task. Well, we really should get to it. I don't see how supplying is more important than tidying to you. There we go. Let's take out that salt. All that delicious, delicious salt. But not table salt worthy salt. And that's 14 degrees. Still good. Okay, so this one is still doing good. We have some sneezing going on because we have someone that has hypothermia. Not a big deal. And we have some water going on. Okay, and we built the oxygen. So what's the complaint? Breathability? The breathability's fine. You guys are just a bunch of wusses. So... Beds. We only need one bed to start. Let's dig out this. And next we will, 1, 2. We'll need to make wash basin. And outhouse. 1, 2, 3. And a door. So that's the mandatory requirements. We have no food? Really? All of this and we were not able to find a single piece of food? I guess we can send him over with some food, I hope. No, I don't think you can. Really? All of this and there's not a single piece of food anywhere? Isn't that food? No, that's an acorn. Acorns are not food, apparently. No, that's definitely not food. There's no food anywhere here. Send a dupe. There's water. So I guess we'll need a micro musher. Right out stat. Okay, I guess. That's how we need to start. That's how we need to start. Wow, 6.5%. The internets have not been nice to me tonight. Most of the time my bitrate is fine, but apparently I've dropped 6.5% of frames tonight. That is a lot. It's not good. Not good at all. So research complete. Keep getting people coming and not staying. I don't know why. Like, I see my views went up by 2. So that means I should have got 2 viewers. But my viewer number hasn't changed, so they left right away. Or they were on for a very short amount of time. Twitch doesn't tell me that. It doesn't tell me how long people were visiting for. It'd be nice if it did. Get rid of that. Digging is going well. Like we're doing very well in the digging part. I really want to start cooling down this, but I'm not exactly sure how I want to approach that. I'm not going to wait for Atmo suits to be able to take this out. I'm just gonna go straight for it. I just don't want to kill my slicksters. I don't mind mixing things up. I just don't want to kill my slicksters. So we'll see how I can manage that. Oxygen is doing fine now. We're still slightly concerned about the heat. Like my temperatures are. This thing produces lots of heat. So it's just something to keep in mind. And nothing here cools anything. So like the only cool thing here will be the water that I can maybe pass around. But until I get some plastics and a steam turbine, make a cooling loop around here, there's this temperature here that's being generated here. It's going to be nice and toasty on this side of the map for quite a long time, I'm guessing. How is Shrub Aurora doing? Good, good. So I got my tote. I'll have dirt. So next, I guess I want to start. I need to put in. Yeah, wrong button. I'm gonna need to put in. What's wrong? Guessing breathability. Flooding. Ah, yes. Let's get rid of these buildings. Let's get rid of that flooding notification. Let's get rid of those buildings. Plumbing. I want my bottle. I want my pitcher pump. So let's pitcher pump it up here. And let's get all the water down here. So let's prioritize this, and then this. So let's use another priority for this. This first. This. There, yeah. How are we doing? Oh, we've got plenty of batteries. My main concern now would be that this has no food whatsoever anywhere. My only food source is some mealwood. That is not a good food source. What does mealwood take again? Does it take water or does it take dirt? Dirt. It takes dirt. We have plenty of dirt. So, dirt. 20 tons of dirt. So it's definitely, well, yeah, we'll need to start setting up some providers of dirt. Because there's not any natural food on this asteroid. Wow, you are very persistent about the fact that you don't like the amount of oxygen on this asteroid. It's like your pastime over here. How are we doing? 4 cycles, everything's been built. I don't think there's anything left for me to clear out here or build in here. So let's seal it up and we should be in a good position to now what do we want to do with this slush geyser? We're cold enough as it is. We don't really need to cool anything down. Like even this isn't that warm. And we have so much frost. Oh, so much cold everywhere. I'm slightly concerned that this is going to be too cold soon and this might freeze. Like we need a way to make sure that this and this stays warm. Now, quick question. Do I have liquid appetizers and do they work if they're not touching the ground? Yes and yes. So we might want to look into getting liquid appetizers. They do take their own power cord worth of power. Their own power cord worth of power. Sheesh. And yeah, so this one would also need. So let's bring that down here. Bring it here. Yeah, so let's put that power to use. But they would need a, like, I need like some kind of temperature sensor to ensure that this wire never gets too cold and this one also doesn't. get too cold. So automation, thermosensor, right here and right here. Connect, connect. This will cause a lot of brownouts if I connect these. This one has 3, so I'll connect it to this one. Nonetheless, it'll cause brownouts because it basically needs the whole wire's worth of power to even run at all. So this one probably won't turn on unless it, like I'll make it so that it needs to be above 5 degrees, or what temperature do I need buckets at? Doesn't really matter. This one I'll make it so that it has to be above 10 degrees, which is much more relevant with polluted oxygen here. Oh, this is just so cold. And I have no use for this cold. Not right now, at the very least. I cool down water even further. I don't really need to or really want to. Then I have to make sure this stays warm enough, this stays cold enough. It just does not seem like a good use of power or our time. Astronomy. I should also give you the astronomy hat. Did I ever give you the astronomy hat? No, I didn't. Let's change that. So now you should be able to use this up here. That should actually be your highest priority by a long shot. Okay. So we have our pitcher pump. We'll take that out. Can we even bottle things? Oh, we can bottle things. That's not our highest priority right now, though. But now we have some extra decor. What? Oh. I'm gonna say, what? Why is that? Why is it complaining about that? That should be plenty of space. It's plenty of space, but that wasn't the problem. And food. Food is going to be our next thing that you need to care about because I need to care about it. So research. Let's get a surfing board. You're not very quick at this though, that's for sure. But hey, he doesn't need to breathe. Who's complaining really? Don't know where he gets all this power from his chemical battery, but like we never gave him power. That is his. Where we built him doesn't need power, so where does he get the power for that chemical battery? Just magically powered? Yeah. Oh, it doesn't necessarily need to make sense, right? Yeah, we're definitely gonna need to move that camera. It's zoomed in more today, which I like. I prefer it to just be focused on my head. But I don't like the fact that it's cutting off the top of my head for, like, unless I'm paying attention to it. And I don't like the fact that when I lean in, which I really shouldn't be doing, it really doesn't look very appealing. So let's add in some construction. Not very concerned about your morale requirements. Talking about morale requirements. So this should be in a decent place. At least we'll grab some of the cool slush. I'm still not 100% sure what we're going to do with that. We'll figure it out. Maybe we'll need to wait until we have a little bit of a better setup. So this one needs to be above 11 degrees. This one will need to be above 4 degrees. And let's see, we have a dupe. I really want a dupe. Suit wearing, ranching digger, cooking, farming with irritable. Oh, Ren. You might actually be useful. A farmer that can cook. Because I have to start considering who I'm going to be sending over as my first dupe to the third planet. Maybe someone that can cook might not be a bad idea. I need to send someone that can dig. But I need a farmer here. So a farmer that can cook might not be the worst idea. So this will be the final person for this asteroid. For now, until I either steal one for the new asteroid. Yeah, there we go. Priorities. Schedule. Where is the missing you? So Ren can go here. Priorities for Ren will be farming, followed by what was your next preference? I don't remember. I just remember farming. That was the big one. Decorating. Oh, cooking. Cooking was the one I actually cared about, but decorating, that's not a bad idea. We do need a decorator. But cooking. Where's cooking? There we go. That's good. And your skills will start you off with improved farming because you are a farmer. You need to have the right hat. I know I don't always follow through with that, but nonetheless, he needs to have the right hat. Oh, we have a bunch of idle dupes. Okay. Sticky bomb. They're all very white. I'm guessing they shouldn't be there anymore, and they're still there, and that's not correct. Okay, so I'm gonna. We have a rock crusher. That means we made ourselves some metal. We have a lot of like rotting food. So let's fix that. Shipping. Let's put yourselves. Okay, let's. Okay. So we should probably get this set up then. At the very least. Let's. There we go. That should take out this line, a little bit of less power requirements on this line. We can even go a little bit further, put the line here, put something here and here. This is just connecting itself. So that way we can destroy this and this and this and this and have this line take care of all of the bathroom stuff, and that should free up because this one has 1.2, so. Okay, we want to add some automation. Future-proof it by adding this. It kind of ruined the bathroom. I mean, the bedroom. That's okay. Why? Maybe they just haven't had a chance to sleep yet. There you go. Okay, and that would require some shipping. So let's go ship. And let's go put that there once that gets destroyed. Right, you can't build, so you need me to tell you to destroy something, or else you will not do anything. You are not a useful dupe. Yeah, I know. I've complained about so much. But, you know, I'm not tired of complaining just yet. I'm going to be tired of complaining about her for a long time. She deserves every complaint I have. Because I thought she would be a great first dupe to this asteroid. And she just had to disappoint me. I just really didn't notice the answer. Like, she would have been great if it wasn't for the I will not dig attribute. Like, I did not think about that. I did not think it through. But oh, do I regret not thinking it through. Okay, so let's put that in. Priority 6, all of this. Let's get some power running. Let's get this. Then we can. This is a void. This should be a vacuum. This should be very nice. Oh, are you done or are you dead? Where is he? Oh, okay, he was way over there. I guess he might have been unable to continue doing things I asked him to do. No, he should have been able to. No, he can't reach that, and he can't reach that. Okay, well, let's see. Can he... He might not be able to farm for me, but he should be at least able to build the planter box. I'm hoping. Can he farm? That doesn't look like it. There you go. That should help him. Yeah, so we can bring a dude down here, but he's going, like, that's just not, he'll die. There's no food. There's just no food. How much longer do you have left? About a third of your life. But I don't wanna. There's just no food. Yeah, well, I'm trying really hard here to edibles. There you go. Perfectly refrigerated. Oh, that mean I'm not researching anything right now? I should fix that. There we go. So now this is all refrigerated. We won't be losing any more food, and you can just take all that and perfect. Dump it all in here. Very good. That's a lot of muckroot. I didn't realize how much muckroot we have. We still have so much swampy delight, but now we at the very least, we are not spending power on that fridge anymore. Everything that is completely automated storage for infinite food in an infinitely sterile, perfectly non-exploitative location. Okay, so I think we're gonna, I think we're gonna leave it there for now. We landed on the third asteroid. Oh, we're just gonna update that. We landed on the third asteroid. Oh, that's why he can't go down there. He can't actually walk down there. I know. I'm trying to do the conclusion. We landed on the third asteroid. It looks like it could have been worse, I guess. Not by much, though, because there's no food. There's just no food. There's lots of coal. There's some oxalite for some oxygen. There's no food. There's no oxygen generation. I don't think we have any. We have very little access to some very small amount of algae. We don't have rust. We have some oxiferns for. I guess that's going to be where we have to go in that direction. We have igneous rock. We have not 100% sure how we're going to send a dupe in here without him or her dying almost immediately without food. We'll need to look at other modules. So we can go here. We can deconstruct this module. We don't need another rover. But we will need to put a Trailblazer module. But we are now exceeding engine's maximum module limit, which is the problem. Once this is destroyed, we'll be back to normal, but unless we can bring some food with them inside of the Trailblazer module, I'm not exactly sure how the Trailblazer module works, there won't be any food for them on the other side. Are you coming to deconstruct? Yeah. So, yeah, now you should be happy. Yeah. So, we'll have to see how that works. Maybe we'll need another rocket platform, one to deliver the food, alongside this one to deliver the person. We'll have to see how that works. I've never actually tried to land a person on these before. This is completely new territory for me. But on this planet, we're doing very good. We've upgraded from a latrine to an actual washroom. We have stable water generation through turning the polluted water into water. And we've connected both asteroids' water sources. We are ready to make more Bristol blossoms if we need to. At the moment we don't need to, and we're just remanaging some of our energy grid. The temperature is getting warmer, especially around those two rusty oxidizers, but in general it's still very cold here. These things don't transmit much temperature apparently. Temperature is 21 and it's just not conductive. And on the main asteroid, we actually made quite a bit of progress. We built the rocket, sent it off. We centralized all our pug slugs, and we are not using them. We've tamed one geyser completely, and that's providing us with a good amount of water. Not as much water as I really want, but we've surrounded, I wouldn't say tamed this geyser. I need time to think about how we're going to use this geyser. It's very cold, and we don't have anything that really needs to be warmed up just yet. We could maybe try to pass it all the way down here to warm up, to cool this and to cool this. Maybe take the pipe, pass it here, bring it down, then bring it back up. And hopefully that will cause it, because this is some pretty cold water. And this is some pretty cold water that we got going on here. And if this gets too cold, our food process will stop working, because our bug buckets need a certain temperature. So I preemptively started passing in wires and put a liquid temperature in both pools. If it's above or below 4 degrees, this will turn on. It won't actually be powered yet, but it's ready in case I need it, in case of emergencies. Because if this gets too cold, this will get too cold and won't be able to turn it into water, so I'm going to run out of water. It can lead to a very bad time. All of this cold biome here is just, probably the best bet for me would be to demolish the rest of this cold biome and this cold biome to make it less of a problem for me going forward. Maybe destroy this one too, but this one shouldn't be leaking. This is just a residual coldness from when this whole thing was a cold biome. We have pretty good heat in the middle, which is surprising. I wasn't expecting that. And still, even then, that wouldn't be permanent. The cool slush geyser going all the way down here, it would take some time, but it wouldn't be a permanent solution to having way too cold of water here. And how would we use that without freezing everything? I'll have to think about it. But we definitely want this polluted water. This one gives us more. On average, this one will give us about 1.6 kilos per second of brine, which once we bring it down to water, which is at 5 is 10, so it's at 70% rate. So that would bring that down to something along the lines of 11, maybe 11 and a half dupes worth of polluted water. Worth of water. And this one gives us less water in total, less original water at only about 14. But we keep most of it, so we can probably do 13 dupes this one, and a total of about 24 dupes. So this one does give us more water. And we're currently also using it for food source, which we do not have any limitation on. We probably want to put a way to measure the amount of food in here and stop the water from feeding the bot buckets if we have too much food. We'll do the same thing on the other asteroid, where if we have too much food, we will stop feeding the bristle blossom. That should help conserve some of the food, some of the water, and give us a cap on the amount of food. But nonetheless, if we want more dupes, which I do want more dupes, I would want 8 dupes on every asteroid, which is 24 dupes, which should be sustainable. We would need to transition out of water unless, I don't know how many, we will find out, but this asteroid here does have polluted water. So, assuming that that works out, that polluted water vent from that asteroid, I don't know how many there will be, maybe only one, but there will be at least one. Wait, there's no type of vents anywhere in the starting area, but this is a bigger map than Zaploid, right? So Zaploid is how much thick? Zoom in, zoom out. So it's about 122 tiles thick, while Shrubara is about 100. Oh, that's about the same thing. 126 tile thick. Are they all about the same width? And the original one, is it also about 120? No, this one's bigger. 150, 157. So this one is bigger. We'll see. So we would expect the width to be the same. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rooms-ish type of width. And I don't know how high, but there should be at least one of those geysers in here, if not more than one. And assuming there is at least one, we should be more than able to sustainably produce oxygen for 8 dupes. It's the food that might be for 8 more dupes, so 24 dupes. It's the food that might be more of a concern. But we'll tackle that another day. I'll probably not be streaming tomorrow. We will be streaming on Sunday for sure. I'm not sure about tomorrow and Saturday. Probably just spend time with the family. But on Sunday, I'll be streaming EU4. And we should be able to continue this map on Monday. If I do stream tomorrow and Saturday, it will not be this map, so that if anyone finds this video, I'll be back on Monday to stream this map. I'll probably find something else to stream tomorrow, or maybe I'll start EU4 a little earlier. We'll see. But yeah, thank you for watching, and Happy New Year. Save. Don't forget to save.